Hey friends! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going on a journey together, exploring something the Buddha discovered over 2,500 years ago that's still incredibly relevant today. It's called the Noble Eightfold Path, and think of it as the ultimate life GPS for finding inner peace and freedom. As the late Venerable Amatha Gavesi teaches us, Buddha didn't just achieve enlightenment for himself, he mapped out the exact steps so we can get there too. And the best part? It's completely practical and rational. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's walk through this together. Alright, so what exactly are these 8 steps? Venerable Amatha Gavesi breaks it down like this. 1. Right speech, how we talk. 2. Right conduct, how we act. 3. Right livelihood, how we make a living. 4. Right effort, the energy we put in. 5. Right mindfulness, staying aware and present. 6. Right concentration, training our focus. 7. Right views, realizing the 4 noble truths. 8. Right thoughts, having healthy intentions. Now here's what's important. As Venerable Gavesi explains, the first 3 steps are all about living ethically. Steps 4 to 6 are about training your mind. And steps 7 to 8 are about developing wisdom. As he explains, this path is about cleaning up your mind so you can see reality clearly. They all work together like ingredients in your grandmother's secret recipe. You may wonder why Buddha begins with ethical conduct rather than diving straight into meditation and spiritual practices. Here's the profound psychology behind it. As he teaches, every action you take starts as a thought in your mind. So when you gossip about your coworker or lie to get out of trouble, what happens afterward? You feel terrible thinking, "Why did I say that? I shouldn't have hurt them." When your mind is full of regret, how can you find peace? Your thoughts become a storm of self-criticism. It's like trying to meditate during a thunderstorm in your head. The solution is simple but requires commitment. Even just following the 5 basic precepts creates enough mental calm. You can strengthen your ethical foundation by being more careful about your behavior, making sure nothing you do disturbs your inner peace. As he teaches, you need to make a clear determination to observe the precepts carefully, and if you slip up, just recommit to observing them again. Now here's where Venerable Gavesi drops some serious wisdom about how our minds work. Through your 6 sense bases, your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, you're constantly experiencing things, and your consciousness never stops moving from morning until night, constantly hunting for new experiences. See something beautiful? Instant wanting. Encounter something annoying? Immediate resistance. Here's the key insight. Desire isn't natural to your mind, it's something you've accidentally created. And like any artificial creation, it needs constant feeding to survive. What feeds it? Both wanting more of what feels good, this is called attachment, and pushing away what feels bad, this is called aversion. It's like having a pet that eats both treats and garbage. Either way, it gets stronger. The solution? Stop feeding it by developing inner peace through good behavior. Here comes the part where Buddha gets real with us. Venerable Gavesi emphasizes that Buddha discovered the path, but he cannot walk it for you. Each person must make their own effort to reach liberation. As he puts it, be a light unto yourself, and do not seek outside help, for there is none who can help you. Effort must come from within. No amount of worshipping or offering will help you in that. Right effort has 4 parts, and they're actually pretty straightforward. 1. Build on your strengths. Maybe you're naturally kind to animals or you don't like hurting people's feelings. Great. Strengthen that compassion even more. 2. Develop what you lack. Don't have good focus? Can't sit still for 5 minutes? Time to work on concentration skills. 3. Get rid of bad habits. Got anger issues? Road rage? Jealousy? Practice loving-kindness meditation, especially toward people who annoy you. 4. Choose better company. If you're trying to quit smoking, don't hang out with smokers. Surround yourself with people who support your growth. Every morning, Venerable Gavesi suggests asking yourself what negative habit you'll work on that day. Maybe you'll practice patience when traffic is bad, or work on not getting angry when your coworker interrupts you. He specifically emphasizes metta, loving-kindness, practice as the antidote to anger and negativity. As he teaches, when you come back from something that upset you, practice metta. When you encounter someone you don't like, practice metta toward them specifically. He encourages living in metta whenever possible, because this develops a tranquil mind full of loving kindness toward everyone, which directly supports your progress on the path. This is where Venerable Gavesi really goes deep, calling mindfulness the key to the development and the key to your getting rid of your defilements. Let me share his powerful insights. Most of the time, we're completely unconscious of what we're doing, like someone who's lost awareness of their actions. We act impulsively without thinking about the consequences. You do this too. We all do. Here's his direct challenge. Can you clearly remember everything you did in the past few hours? Most of us can't, because we do thousands of things unconsciously. How did we do all those acts? Habits. Habits. We've become completely controlled by our habits. Here's a profound insight. All your negative emotions and reactions are just habits you've practiced over and over. As he explains, we've created habits that promote worldly living, which is completely opposite to the truth we're seeking. Unless you develop mindfulness, you can never escape the worldly life you've been living. Why? Because when you're not mindful, you automatically fall back into worldly behavior patterns. Mindfulness is the only quality that can help you check your mental condition and stop yourself from acting against your spiritual goals. Here's something crucial he emphasizes. Even if you make great spiritual progress through effort, if you're not mindful afterward, you'll fall right back to your old patterns. Those unmindful actions will break down and destroy whatever development you've achieved. Venerable Gavesi doesn't sugarcoat this. From birth, you have led a worldly life. Your entire temperament is so fashioned to lead this worldly life. We're not just fighting habits from this lifetime, we're rewiring patterns that go back countless lifetimes where mindfulness wasn't even a consideration. Buddha was brilliant about developing awareness. He knew you can't suddenly become mindful of everything, that's too overwhelming. So he started with something simple and physical. Just notice your body position. There are 4 basic postures you're always in: standing, sitting, walking, lying down. Buddha said to do these mindfully. Don't just think, I'm sitting, and forget about it. Really be conscious that you're sitting. When you stand up, be aware of standing. When you walk, know you're walking. The beauty is you can practice this anywhere, even at work. Nobody knows you're being mindful internally. No one will ask what you're thinking. This is the foundation of mindfulness that must be developed within you. Otherwise, you might try your best to be mindful of everything, but you'll never succeed. Why? Because you've lived countless lifetimes where mindfulness wasn't even a concept. Your behavior patterns are completely opposite to mindfulness. For those in retreat or intensive practice, he gives specific advice. When you're in a meditation setting, be extremely mindful. Talk less. Unnecessary chatter just scatters your mind. Instead, watch your thoughts and only engage in activities that help your spiritual development. You must recognize that as a worldly person, you've committed many acts that are completely opposed to what you're trying to achieve. But here's where it gets profound. Ultimate mindfulness means constantly seeing 3 truths. Everything is impermanent, clinging causes suffering, and there's no permanent self. When you can be mindful while always remembering that everything is constantly changing, what happens to your mind? Will there be any attachment left? Can you call anything your own? Your body, your mind? No, nothing. Everything is constantly changing from one condition to another. The present moment you think about is just a fraction of a second, and even that fraction is constantly changing. When you see that even your body is just 4 elements, earth, water, fire, and air, constantly shifting even in fractions of seconds, you realize there's nothing solid to grasp. When you truly live in this awareness, you become completely free. The past is finished and cannot be recovered. The future hasn't arrived yet. All you're confronted with is constant change happening right now. And what's in that? Nothing but impermanence. How do you know you have a body? It's just a thought. How do you know there's a world around you? Just a thought. And that thought was created just now. Where is it now? Gone. Past. Finished. This is constantly happening, changing from one condition to another. This higher level of mindfulness not only helps you realize truth, but also develops your mind to a higher degree of concentration. Mindfulness keeps you present in the changing moment without getting lost in past reflections or future planning. Your mind right now is scattered and constantly jumping around. Most minds are weak because they're always changing from one condition to another, never developing the patience to look deeply at anything. Concentration works like this. Any force that's allowed to scatter loses its power. But in concentration, you're building up mental power by focusing it at one point rather than letting it spread everywhere. You're strengthening the mind by piling focus upon focus. Buddha recommended breath meditation because your breath happens automatically. Your mind doesn't control it, so you can observe it objectively from the outside. But here's the reality. Our mental energy has been misused for so long that we've created powerful mental habits. The mind has lost its true nature and now lives in conditions we've created to accommodate our confused ideas and false views about reality. The training is challenging. Some people take weeks to do that. Others may take months. I know of cases, even beyond a year. Some days you might have no concentration at all. Your mind might just be one mass of bubble moss, jumping from one thing to another. But keep practicing, gently bring the mind back each time it wanders. Eventually you can develop the 4 jhanas, absorption states. These serve as training wheels that hold your mental development and prevent your concentration from becoming uncontrollable. After developing virtue, effort, mindfulness, and concentration, wisdom naturally emerges. You directly realize the 4 noble truths. 1. There is suffering in existence. 2. The cause is attachment and desire. 3. It's possible to eliminate this cause. 4. The Eightfold Path is the way to do it. This isn't book knowledge anymore, it's direct seeing. When this happens, right thoughts arise naturally. Intentions of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness flow effortlessly because you see how pointless clinging is. Venerable Gavesi talks about how we've been trapped in endless cycles of birth, death, and rebirth through what's called dependent origination. The goal: complete freedom from this cycle. We want to end this pattern so there won't be any more future suffering. When there is no birth, there is no suffering. What's amazing about Buddha's teaching is that it's completely logical. You can challenge any part of it and it holds up. He warns us, there are tons of books written by different teachers with their own interpretations, but the original teaching Buddha gave us is all we need. His final instruction: develop virtue, concentration, and wisdom. Then fight against the negative patterns your mind has built up over lifetimes. Start small. Keep one precept today. Practice posture mindfulness. Spend 10 minutes on concentration. Every step brings immediate peace. As Venerable Amatha Gavesi concluded, may you all attain Nibbana. Thanks for taking this journey with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.